congratulate you guys because you're doing the deal. Like Lindsay says, this is a daily habit business. And we've been going through this tracker. And wow, who here has been loving their tracker? And also, kind of sometimes there's days I don't like it because it's like staring me in the face. Lindsay, you put together something where I'm like, dang it. I'm like stepping on the
You
scale
guys
over.
love me, but you hate me kind of thing. You're like,
Exactly.
dang it.
Exactly. But it's good. I hate it, but I love it. But it
Yeah.
is important. And I'm seeing that definitely move forward. And by the way, if you guys do have income producing activities, IPAs, feel free to raise your hand, hit the Zoom button, raise hand button, and everything. And we'll get to you guys today. But a couple of cool announcements here. I love it. Kathy's right away ready to go. Come on. Is today's going to be a fun day? Later in the next couple of hours, if you know, one cool thing that Partner Code does have is we have these things called lifestyle credits. And many of you are going to have a lot of them actually, because this team last year just exploded. So there will be a big lifestyle credit dump like in the next couple of hours. So you can check if you go to your Partner Code back office, you go under My Money, you go under Partner Code Lifestyle Rewards and log in, you can see that because many of us are looking to win those trips. And I know actually you're going to see we have a lot of people that have won those trips already as well too. So check that out. And don't worry, we have other cool ideas too related to trips as well too, don't we, Lindsay?
Yes, we do. It's my
Good.
favorite thing. I will tell you, Cindy and I, one thing you guys will start to learn, and if you've been to events with us, I see some of you on here that have been. We love trips and events. So the Partner Co lifestyle is, I see Pam. Pam has lots of fun at those events with us too. Pam's been doing these events for a long time. And she was actually one of the very first people when we went to our first event last year in Panama City that just pulled us in, loved us, embraced us, and has just been one of the most special people in our lives. So I will tell you guys, that's what this company is all about. So the more you embrace the lifestyle portion of this company, you go to the events, on the trips, we have so much fun, don't we, Donna? A little too much fun. So I'm so excited about what's coming with the trips, you guys. There's a lot of goodness, right? Like you're seeing what they're doing right now as a company, but what you don't know is behind the seat. Look, I'll spill stuff, James, so I got to be quiet.
Go for it.
We're working on a lot of things that make this whole like the trip is it. The trip is it, right? And when you drive the trip, I was a part of a company when I first got started in the industry. We had hundreds and hundreds of people on these trips. We would book out whole resorts. We would book out whole cruise ships. Like we would have the whole thing to ourselves. Like we did the trips. So don't you know, if you guys know anything about Cindy and I, you know, we're like tap, tap, tap. Hey, we got some ideas. And they're like, ooh, okay, I like these ideas. So there's some fun things coming for the trips. And I just want to honor James and Becky too for a minute. James and Becky, they head up like the trip council, right? Is it the trip council, lifestyle council? Like they're really just the forefront of when Cindy and I bring these wild ideas, we're like, James and Becky, like what, like we need you. And they're just on it with us. So I want to honor them too. So thank you guys for heading it up.
Thank you. Likewise to you and Cindy. And guys, I'm telling you, this whole team is going to have the most fun. When we talk about being a lifestyle partner, this team will be the best lifestyle partner in Partner Code that there is, right? So stay tuned. So much cool news. Another announcement as well. Our goal is to constantly equip you guys with more tools, more resources, things help build out you and your team and your business and everything. So one thing that we're doing right now too, this was propagated because of Lindsay and Cindy as well. So they're like, we need a proper business presentation. So they've been studying, Lindsay's been massively studying big companies out there and what they're doing to really shout this from the rooftops. So we're in the midst of building things out, and I got some cool news. Some of you might have seen yesterday, tech problems again too, but we are formulating a presentation flow, which I'm sorry, it was so good. It got kicked out of the replay got kicked out of the drop revolution. I'm in the middle of fighting Meta about that right now, but I do have a YouTube video on it. And this is now the second time that we're playing this. I've heard amazing reception. I've heard people say, wow, I feel like home. I've seen people say, oh my goodness, like I am so extra excited to be a part of Partner Co. So I think we're going into the right direction. And the really good news is John, Darren, Katie all know about this and actually have already allocated resources from marketing. So I'm actually in conversation with Vivian Chung Patterson and also Mark Patterson, our CMO, and we're working on this, like literally, like we're working on this. So.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. It's going to be just when we get it all in place and we really lay out for you guys what we're going to do with this. It's going to be absolutely incredible. It will explode all of your businesses. This tool right here, hands down, will create billions of dollars. You guys can mark it today, January 17th. It's my baby's 14th birthday. That's why I know the date. Listen, any other, I'd be like, what's today's date? This tool will create billions in this industry. No doubt, hands down, our company will go to billions with this tool. So I'm so excited about it.
Come on, let's go. And we'll give you guys like slides and things like that as well too, for that as well too. So stay tuned. And tomorrow, so we're going to be kicking these back up as well too. Saturdays, I've held a call for, gosh, I mean, it's been a part of my business career for 15 years. I know Saturdays are different for everybody. But I've basically never personally missed a Saturday type of training for like probably 10, like less than 10 times in my entire career. Like it's that big of a deal for my own system of how I run things. But what I'm doing is this year, at least for this quarter, now that we're doing these IPA calls, what I want to bring to the table is Saturdays, and we put them on replay, of course, all the time. But for our academies, I want to bring to the table really important topics that will get you and your team coming off with massive belief, right? If you want massive results, the biggest thing is you have to sell yourself on many different aspects. But here would love it if your brand new teammates could come on and just be on fire to go launch into the IPAs and everything, right? You guys are the fired up ones, but we need more and more and more. And for me, in my system, I've always led people to a Saturday, and I've realized that gets them serious, that gets them committed. So I'm going to be putting together a lineup of the best and the most important topics and questions. And one question that we've had is this. I wonder if you wondered this. Does the Partner Co comp plan really pay? Right? We talk about it. And it's one of those questions on the inside, whether you have experience or not, people have wondered. They're like, what is it actually about? How does it compare? Well, we're going to bring on Chris and Joni Budd. If you don't know them, they've rocked it in Canada. They hit chairperson level 1 in like within 6 months. And they've had a rich history with network marketing. And they have some very, very strong takes on the compensation plan. In fact, they got recommended to me by Katie Holt Larson herself. So I love Partner Co because we have so much cool collaboration. They're cross-line to us, but they said they're down to come on and they're gonna train our butts off when it comes to comp plan, pay, and all that in a simple way that'll get you fired up. So we have them tomorrow. So stay tuned for that one as well too. Same link as today and everything as well. Lindsay, have you met them before?
I have not. I'm
Ooh.
super excited about this. No, I haven't met them.
Okay, they're awesome. They're amazing. So stay tuned for that one as well too. Okay. Let me see. Do I have other announcements here as well too? Lindsay, anything else on top of your mind?
I don't think so. I'm super excited. I just think that the feedback, right? We had a great Zoom last night with a few of you I see. But just the feedback of, the IPA call and just working through the tracker and doing all of this and really coming to the Zoom. Like if you're watching this live right now, I totally understand maybe if you're just trying to catch it, if you're at work or something like that. But if you can get on the actual Zoom here with us, just being here, seeing each other's faces, being a part of the community, even if you can't show your screen, still just being on here. It's so crucial to moving your business forward and the success of your business. It really, really is. When you plug in and you come around the campfire, it's so crucial. So I'm just excited about this. I feel like this was like our first real full week. And I'm finally feeling like a real human again. So I'm like, let's go. Let's do this. I love it.
Come on. And high level, remember, we have this roadmap we're running everyone through right now. We're seeing a lot of this in the chat. That we're seeing this a lot in the groups, the 3 and freeze getting done. And the next step after that is to get the 10 and 2 done and start to repeat that. But if you haven't got your 3 and free done, make that a goal to really wrap these up. We have many, I'm just seeing through the groups, like many people that are posting their 3 and free flyers. So congratulations to you guys. I'm seeing more and more post them as well too. So congratulations to everybody. So many of you have done it, you just haven't posted, I've heard as well too. But in the meanwhile, let's go through some IPAs today. And I see Kathy here. So if you do have an income producing activity, just to recap, it is what you did that generated a result. So what got you a sale? What got you an enrollment? It's great to have interest, but that's not an IPA because that didn't produce income. So we want to hear what you did, what happened, and like what you can teach from. We'll pull out some teaching points from that. So Kathy, you're up first. What's going on, sister?
Doing well. I tell you, it's been a dry spell, but God is good and you're just being faithful. And then the IPA trackers come out, which I identify them as my financial independence vehicle.
Ooh.
I'm listening to Jim Rohn. It's like I'm claiming that financial independence. And so I've been doing going through the tracker. And what's the record we hear every single time? Someone reached out to me that's not made any, right? The same old thing of, I didn't know Malia, my friend, was watching me. I think I saw her twice on stories, but it was a long time ago. And I get a text from her last or message. Hi, Kathy, it's been a while. You are like Facebook celebrity now. Could you share with me some more info on the drops? So just send her my, I will say I do have a digital card, using it through the boards because I'm paying for the boards anyway. Why not? And so I'm able to send my digital card that has on the top is Dr. Crystal's video. And then right below is where they can go to the site. No smart links, just go to the site. And she did and got my drops. Oh my gosh. So
nice.
Yeah, it works. It works. But so many conversations. And Eric, I had to laugh yesterday because I have a sweet gal that's a new friend and through the process. And it was a cha-cha. Yeah, I was thinking, Eric, this is a cha-cha. Just really loving on her. And she wants more information. And, it'll go somewhere sometime in God's timing. But it's just a cha-cha. And it's like loving it through the moment. And so I'm so grateful for what you created, Lindsay and Cindy. I cannot tell you. My ADHD is focused and I can get through things. I'm not stressed. I just check them off. So God bless you so much. Thank you.
Come on. Congrats. Couple quick notes, Lindsay, on how you unpack that. So those that don't know, you're like, what's this cha-cha thing? Eric Minter coined this, but it's conversation having activity, which is your number one goal in this business, new conversations. The digital business card, Kathy, just to clarify, is it this one that you're talking about? No, different. You're on mute right now. What are you using? Yeah, what's your business card?
Guys, how many of you are paying for boards? Raise your hands or throw me a 1. Are you paying for them? Well, there's something called web pages. And they
Ah.
actually allow you to create a business card, and there's a video on it.
Oh,
It's not like gorgeous, but I do have a domain name that I always do this with businesses, because then you can do subdomains and just have
and
things
throw it
look.
in the chat, and we'll investigate
Okay.
that. That's awesome.
So that's what I use, and it's
Uh-huh.
simple. It's got the video right there. They can go right to the site.
Very
It's not
cool.
beautiful. It's not this. No, it just is.
It's
And
functional, not fancy.
it's functional. Yeah.
Yep.
Love it. Lindsay, what are your thoughts?
Yes. That is how we roll. Functional, not fancy. I love it because it works, right? And not only so in this business, it's really important that not only do we do what works, we have to do what duplicates, right? And so what I love is we're really big on functional, not fancy, because functional works and duplicates. Okay. Fancy doesn't. So the more you can simplify something, the more you can really make it easy for people to do. It duplicates like crazy. So I love that, Kathy. I think it's amazing that you had that success with it. I will also say that our brains are very similar. Cindy and I have very squirrely brains, as Kathy knows, right? And we have to do things that make like, okay, this is what we focus on. We check it off. This is what we do. We check it off, right? Cindy and I are list people. We have to go through a list, check it off. We have to do that for our brains because we're entrepreneurs. All of you on here are entrepreneurs. We get excited, right? I see Louie like, yeah, I know, girl. Like we do. We're like, ooh, I'm excited about, ooh, that popped up. Ooh, and we're all over the place and we're passionate. And when you become excited, passionate, all those things, those are great qualities. But all of a sudden, it's bedtime and you're like, crap, I did a whole lot of nothing, but I was excited about it. It was a fun, exciting day. That's cool. But my business doesn't grow that way, right? So the tracker just really makes you focus. And I love that, Kathy. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thanks, Kathy. Throw your link in the chat when you get a chance as well, too, so we can see that. Yeah, just put in this chat, in the Zoom chat is fine. And that'll be awesome. Yeah, so take your time on that. No worries. Perfect. Okay. Others. Thanks, Kathy, for starting it up. IPAs, anything, a sale, an enrollment, it's all important. And we really encourage this because I know we can talk to you all day, but the best learning is when you try to teach, right? One of the biggest learning hacks that I have is find a way to teach something ASAP. So anytime that you have a success, and it's important that you build it into your mindset, that success isn't making a bajillion dollars or hitting chairperson level 5,000. Success is moving forward in your business. And if you can recognize that healthily and have a good self-ego about that, question, who here has a struggle? You're good at giving compliments, but it's hard to receive it, right? Receive praise and stuff. Is anyone else like that? Like, oh, it's not me. Oh, it's not that bad. You know, successful people, one thing I've realized is they have a very healthy self-ego. And one of the greatest things that I've learned is to just accept genuine praise. When people are like, good job, thanks, right? Like, that's good. That's a healthy self-ego on that. Thanks for dropping in the chat, Kathy, that digital card. Jane, what's up? Great to see you. Feel free to mute yourself. That smile, my gosh.
Okay, so I wanted to use this the other day, but I couldn't because my house is under renovations and you wouldn't have been able to hear me. Right now I have a gap in time. So if I talk really fast,
I love it.
It's because there's no tools going right now. So a couple of things. The fortune is in the follow-up, you know, and we've all heard that. But what happened to me recently is I had a customer who was in groups seeing the weight loss, you know, scale victories, that kind of thing. And so she actually replied to an email from the machine and thought she was dealing with customer service. So what happened was she reached out to me and said, I'm really disappointed. 3 weeks in and I, haven't experienced what I thought I was going to, but everything is always like this for me. And so I just listened to her and she said, I reached out to customer service and they said I could get a full refund, but I haven't heard from them. And I'm like, okay, well, that's really odd. So keep in mind, I'm leaving voice messages back and forth with her. So I'm not texting her, I'm voice messaging. So she hears the tone, because we all know that sometimes when we message, if there's a difficult situation, then the tone gets added by the receiver of the message, even though the sender is not having a tone. So I left her a voice message. I said, it's really odd that customer service wouldn't, respond to you. Can you forward me the email? So when she did, it said Revolution Partners. And so I think it was the AI that just responded to her. And so I didn't know this was happening. So I said to her, I took it all back onto me and I said, I apologize. There's that fine line between follow-up. It's only been 3 weeks. I typically follow up, I was sending her messages and she said, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. So needless to say, I sent my story to her and I said, I don't know if you remember, but my story was not a significant weight loss in the first month. It does take some time for your hormones to balance, and everybody's body is different. And our bodies are so smart that they put out the most immediate fire first. So maybe for you, it's inflammation. Maybe for you, it's sleep. Maybe for you, it's something else. So I just left her voice messages like that. And I said, from my heart, I'm not about forcing people. I don't, my saying is, I don't drag dead bodies. And so I just said to her, from my heart, if you ever would like to try again, I will be more diligent in checking on you and walking this journey. That's how I run my business. Anyway, fast forward, and after my messages, she said, you told me a while ago about a 4-pack. I think I'll try again. How do I get that 4-pack? And so it really was just me saying from my heart, I apologize if I did not let you know that your journey may be different, because this is one of the reasons why Robin and I went live in our chat, in our group, because it's really important for people to understand that your journey may be different. And we have a lot of scale victories in our chat, but not a lot of stories like mine that are being shared. They're out there, but I think we need to share more about the fact that we shouldn't be focusing on that. Allow it 90 days, because your fires inside your body did not start within, you know what I mean? It took time for them to build. So anyway, that's
Wow.
And just one more, because I had 2 days where I was like, I really want to share these 2 things. So follow up with your customers. I had a customer who wanted Sugar Stop this week.
Mm.
And so she couldn't get it, but I had some. So I said, I'll drive to you. So I'm having conversation. She keeps telling me I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well. She's been, faithful for 5 months. And so when I met with her, do you know what she said? I said, so tell me really how you're doing, because you look great. And she said, people are starting to notice. And she said, they're asking me about it. And she said, so I'm just going to refer them to you. And I said, well, you could do that, or let me just have this conversation with you. I know that you've never been in the industry before, but, even if it's just getting your own products for free, here's what I recommend. I know you're committed to yourself and to the products. So let me help you become a brand partner, because there are many benefits to that. And so I have a call with her at 1:00 today to put her in the system as a brand partner and order her package.
That's amazing.
So those are my 2 things that I shared, and I am going to mute myself out just in case tools start. But
Jane, there are like so many mic drop $1 million nuggets there. If you guys, so this is in all of the groups, and it's going to go back and watch that segment over and over again and take notes, right? Write down what Jane said, really practice it for yourself, because that was absolutely brilliant. Couple of things. When we care more about people before a sale, we will absolutely soar in anything we do in life. And Jane cared more about her person than she did about keeping that sale. And it blessed both of them. It blessed her customer by being able to move forward with these products, get herself healthy, be on track. It blessed her customer because Jane really cared about her, right? Like that probably, some people just don't even have somebody that cares about them. So when you slow down and take that minute and go, I just want you to know that my number one priority is you. So let's really dive into this and unpack this. That's something I say to people all the time, right? If somebody comes to me, I said, I just want you to know my number one priority is you. So let's really figure this out for you. The moment you say that to people, they're like, I'm not just a sale to her. It's really important, you guys. And Jane does it so beautifully because, and that's something, if you're not comfortable with sending a voice clip, you can write that. I just want you to know my number one priority is you. So let's really, really dive into this and figure it out. So Jane, again, I applaud you for just being the most incredible, incredible person, because it takes incredible people to really move people forward in this business, in this life. And I love that about your soul so much.
Just one more thing,
Yeah,
Lindsay, to interrupt you. I'm going to
please.
say the other thing that I did, because she actually told me that when she thought she was dealing with the machine, that she was dealing with customer service. And they said, don't bother sending the products back. So because she didn't have effective, she didn't think they were effective for her, she dumped them down the sink, which just,
Wow.
so.
Okay,
so,
that you're gonna have to send me that info, because that wouldn't have come from any of us. That wouldn't have come from
it was,
so,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Keep us
I do have the email, but
Yeah.
here's the thing that I did to rectify that, because it's my business, right? And I don't know how there was a breakdown, but I took responsibility for it. So what I said to her was, you know what? She was a customer. And I said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put you in as a brand partner. We're going to get you the discount, but I'm going to cover your membership for you, because I apologize that, because it was $40 for me. And you know what happened? That lit a fire in her. She got her drops yesterday. She sent me a message and said, girl, I am good to go. Let's go. Let's rock this. And I said, I got you. And she's like, amen, sister, let's go. And I'm like, yes, let's go.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
people, the thing that you need to understand is that, although I had no obligation, she kept saying, are you sure you want to do that? Yes, I do, because I care about my people. Right. And I'm sorry you had that experience. I don't know what happened, but I think that, just those small little efforts, she's so excited right now. I will not be surprised where she goes with these drops.
Mm.
Love it. I love it. Yeah. So, send me that info on the side, Jane, because that wouldn't have come from us. So I want to make sure
I
that we
sure
dive
will.
into where that's coming from.
Yeah, I sure will.
And then also, yes, like so huge to just really, really listen to people. I know we heard that yesterday, right? You're listening to people and helping them through. So I love that about you so much, Jane. And there's so many tips there to take. I will also say one thing you said that is going to be the challenge for all of us from Friday today to Monday, till we come back Monday. Okay. So everybody in this group, whether you are in the Drop Revolution, Wellness 360, or both, your goal between now and Monday is to put one thing in those groups outside of a scale victory. So we want to hear some non-scale victories. Jane is so right that a lot of people here, right? Weight loss, and I'm down 3 pounds, and I'm down 10 pounds, and that is important. We have to make sure that we are giving people hope, okay? But these products do so much more than that. We all know that, right? I mean, and even, I'm thinking even like Renew. How many of you take Renew and have the most ridiculous, right? You have the most ridiculous results. Okay. You want to really start some action. You go in our groups, Wellness 360 Drop Revolution, and say, I just slept the whole night through last night and I have not slept in 15 years. Watch what people are going to be like, what? Right? Or I wake up every single morning now with energy. I'm refreshed. I'm excited. Guys, just those little things. You don't have to put a picture up of yourself. You don't have to do a reel. You don't have to be, right? You don't have to have a 51-pound weight loss. You don't have to have any of those things. You can literally say, I slept last night. I didn't have sugar cravings today. I eat a piece of chocolate every night before bed, and I didn't last night. Thank you. Drops. Like, these are ideas. These are things that you say in the groups that start fires in the groups, right? It really does. And it's important that every single one of us contributes and puts those things in. I want to thank Robin and Jane for doing a live, like being brave and going live. And it was incredible. And your people see that, right? Grab a buddy in here and go live together inside the groups. It's fun. It's a safe place. It allows you to like be a little brave, right? And you can get on there, and I encourage you to be yourself. Say, this is really like out of my comfort zone, but I know I'm going to bless somebody else by sharing this part. It can be 5 minutes. Doesn't have to be long, right? So any of those things you want to do, whether it's a baby step and just do a quick post, all the way up to grabbing a buddy or doing a quick video yourself, it drives the people that you're putting in those groups to you, to see you, right? I can post in that group all day long, but your network is not my network. So they might see it. But when you're adding people to those groups and then you do a post in there, they see it because it's your network, right? So really crucial. So that's my challenge. Jane, it's going to be the Jane challenge, okay? From today till Monday, the Jane challenge is go into the groups and share a little something that's outside of the scale. I love it. Jane, you're amazing.
Put Jane in the chat if you're up for that challenge, by the way. I'm doing it.
You know, guys, it's so true, because I'm going to tell you something. That's how I got my customer. She saw the live that Robin and I did. She said, I saw that live, and that's how I got her to come in. So honestly, I would encourage each of you to do that.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I'm so excited for this. Okay, great.
Congrats. And a quick note as well to some good questions in the chat. We have multiple prospect groups. So mainly Drop Revolution, Wellness 360. They're all the same thing, just different communities, same content basically. There's also, we have merged an Experience Wellness group. So that website, if you were using that machine, it is currently redirecting to the Wellness 360 stuff. And if you're promoting and bringing prospects, then bring them to one of these two groups, whether it's Wellness 360 or Drop Revolution, whichever one you want to choose to do. So if you were in Experience Wellness, I would recommend go through that group, and I'd actually look at who you added in there, and it's a good follow-up. But hey, by the way, there's a new group. We have even more support in this other group. Are you interested in coming over there? So it's actually an easy way for you to go into those and everything, if that makes sense. So awesome. We got Jennifer Gregory.
I'm so excited. Her hands are raised right now.
What's up?
Eric's laughing. Eric knows.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
I don't know how to turn my camera on.
I will click a button and ask you to turn it on.
Okay.
You have a nice photo too.
Thank you.
There you are.
Hi. So a while ago, Jane said, or somebody, no, it was Kathy, I think, said about how it was kind of slow last week, and it was kind of slow, but we just kept doing the do. I woke up yesterday morning, and at first I had 2 messages asking me about drops. And then I had further up one that had come in like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was a guy I went to high school with. I had no idea he was on Facebook. I mean, I think I knew we were friends from years and years ago, but I didn't know he ever got on there asking me about drops and can I call you? And I said, yeah. And he said 9 o'clock. I said, well, I have a Zoom at 9 o'clock. And so I told him 10. Well, anyway, I got him on the phone, and while I was actually driving to Bowling Green to meet up with Angela Madison. But anyway, long story short, I said, well, I have some extra boxes and I brought them in the car with me today. He said,
Mm.
how many do you have? And I said, 6. He said, okay, I'll take them all.
Yes.
I'd already told him 150 a piece, but I did sell them to him for 140 since he was taking 6, and I gave him a burn. But all that to say, we don't know who's watching, and we just kind of can get discouraged when we don't hear anything. But as long as we're just making our 2 posts every day, people are watching. The other 2 people that have messaged me about drops, and I've sent them some information, same thing. They've never commented or liked on anything. So, and one of them was like, my dad and I have decided to do the drops. How should we get started?
Wow.
So you just don't know who's watching. So just keep doing the do. That's all I know to say.
So good. Remember, by the way, guys, every box of drops sold, whether through a link or through, you have it on hand, is almost $50. So 50 times 6 is $300. That was a nice drive that you made over there. And I
Yeah.
love that tip. If you do have I'm a fan of having some inventory always on hand. Keep it in your car, right? Just have it ready to go. So I love that. Lindsay?
Well, furthermore,
Yeah.
he said, I guess you have to keep a lot of inventory. And I said, no. And I'm sorry, but usually what's in my head comes out of my mouth. I said, I only really have it because I was trying to hit a rank. So I ordered some extra. He said, oh, well, if you need to do that again, let me know and I'll buy some more.
Yeah.
I said, okay. So now I'm going to try to get him on a Zoom with Cindy and Lindsay and get him rolled as a brand partner. So
She told us this story last night, you guys. We had a Zoom with their whole team, Angela Madison, Jennifer Gregory. I know Eric Mentor was on there last night, and we were like rolling. I mean, she just had us in stitches, just so good. I love Jennifer, I love everything about you. Like, Cindy called me after the Zoom and was like, I have not laughed that hard. I'm like, I literally am obsessed with Jennifer Gregory. Like, she is the funniest. You guys just wait. If you have not spent time with her, you just wait. You find her at any event and you just hang out with her for a minute and you will just roll. I mean, I just love you. She's like, no, I have a Zoom. I have a Zoom at 9. I don't care about your 6 boxes. I got an IPA call.
yeah.
I jumped on late, and
Oh.
I love that I jumped on right as Jennifer was talking. I'm like, yes, I made it for Jennifer. She is, you guys, just wait until you meet her. She's just the most incredible person. I called Lindsay and I was like, I'm obsessed with her. I don't know how else to say it. I love her. But yeah, so happy for
So
you,
good.
Jennifer.
I
Thank-
love you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
6 boxes. He's ready to help other people, right? We're going to get him on a call. He's like, hey, let me know if y'all need to do that again. I mean, all because she just kept going. I want to say something really quick, but because I see Robin's hand up. But you guys, how many of you felt like last week or the week before, or, has been a little slow? Raise your hand. Ask yourself what the last 30, 60, and 90 days has looked like for you working your business. Just give yourself be really honest with yourself, because this is a 30, 60, 90-day business. If you felt like last week was slow, right? The few weeks before that was Christmas. It was the holidays. You were running around. You were getting things ready for your family. You were making dinners. Were you honestly sitting down working your business? Probably not. I know I wasn't. I was busy with my family. So I always look at my business as a 90-day, right? Like I look over it like 90 days. So if you're brand new here, the next 90 days are going to be incredible for you, right? If you've been here for a minute, look at the last 90 days and just be realistic. Hey, I was busy over the holidays. I was not able to give my business as much as I wanted to. That's okay. I am right now. My next 90 days are going to be absolutely explosive. And I would argue in this business with our products, It's much shorter than that. You give this a couple of weeks of this tracker, and you're all of you have already seen it. You're like, last week was slow, but holy crap, this week I'm selling 6 boxes. I'm, getting a 4-pack, right? It's just getting the ball rolling again. So I encourage you to kind of remove the last week was slow or this week is slow. Okay, I'm going to take that out of my vocabulary. I know what these next 30, 60, 90 days are doing because this tracker's doing it. All right. So just wanted to give you guys that little encouragement. Robin, I see you.
Good morning. Lindsay, thank you so much for saying that, because I can identify that with even weight loss and or the victory of what we're doing, because what you eat this week will show up the next week or two. How you've been functioning. So in Thanksgiving and Christmas, I gave myself like the freedoms to not be too concerned. And I know I consumed a lot more calories. So starting January, I was like, okay, I'm dry January, I'm being strict. And then like 3 weeks in, I'm like, what the heck? Like I've been way better January than I did December. And why am I not seeing what I should be seeing? And so I just realized it's that inertia of what I had done for the last month is really like trying to, it's like pushing into January, even though I'm doing great. And it's like, okay, when am I going to see? And so I know that. And so now when you talk about the business, same thing. Like I see that pattern where it's like, okay, I didn't do a lot either at that time. And it is slower. And so, but I do have to say, and why I wanted to come on is say this tracker thing right here. Like I get squirreled too. See my little check marks. And this has been like the best thing to keep me accountable. And I know, and I realize that I get on and I do the do, but then I don't do all the do's. And then I'm like, at the end of we get squirreled. And so this has been simple. And I'm like, okay, and I keep looking at this through the day. And I have to say it has helped keep me more active in all the things. And I still can't check off every single one. And I'm like, okay, I got to get better at that. And I want to thank you guys as leaders for just showing up like you do. I mean, gosh, like you guys, I like this IPA call, by the way, a lot, even more than the other one we're on. The other was great, but I just love that we're on this one. I just get a lot out of it. You guys had tons of value. And I appreciate that you're constantly keeping us relevant. Like that is priceless, to have leaders that keep current with social media and give us the tips and tricks that I've not got that anywhere in any other business or groups that I've joined. And I've been in this industry over 20 years. And I'm just like, wow. And you guys give us more than enough to have success in this business. And I think it's just a matter of us showing up. If we want to see more, as us showing up, but same way with our weight, same way with what we want in our health. It's like, how are we going to show up today? So really quick, because I've been starting to do this and being more consistent and past the holidays, I had this a partner that I had worked with in another business who she reached out to me a couple months ago because of my consistency of posting and sharing, and she was interested. However, she had a challenge around the price. And one of the things that Jane had told me that really helped me was to be able to, in conversation, share how you could share with them, you can determine the value. And just learning only you can determine the value and adding that into the conversation, adding her on the customer page, I knew that eventually she'll be able to determine the value of this, because I know that people will afford what they value. And this can be pricey if you don't value it. And this can be very inexpensive if you value it. Because what is your health worth? What is all the things that people are looking for? What's it worth? And if some people might look at it as, oh, 150, 175 a month, it seems like a lot. But I mean, if you think about if this could answer everything for you that you're looking for, would you pay 1,000 a year, 2,000 a year, 3,000? I'm like, if you like, I would pay five. I mean, it's like, how much would you pay in a year's time to get these results? So, I just have to say, tracker's been key. I just appreciate you guys being the leaders that you are.
We appreciate you. Cindy, want to leave some last notes on that?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding, Robin? First of all, anytime that you guys express what this means to you, I don't know if you see, it makes me emotional. It makes me emotional because it feels good for people to recognize what we put into it. And I want to thank you for taking the time to tell us that. So thank you. It really does mean everything. So I'm trying not to cry. But I was over here taking notes. I don't know about you guys. The only you can determine the value is such a great piece of language that you guys can carry into your conversations if and when you get that pushback on price. I think that that is, it really allows the other party to kind of reevaluate what it is they're saying, right? And what is your health worth is a very, very powerful statement. Because I would argue that if you don't have your health, then what do you really have, right? So thank you for sharing, Robin. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So good, Robin. We love you. I really would like it really is, you know what, even more than you sharing with us, you know, how much you love and value the tracker, right? Yes, we do get emotional. We work really hard on these things and we're like, we really want it to be the best for you guys. But to see all of you actually have really incredible wins from it, that brings us more, like to see your success, to see you going, oh my gosh, like I got this, like this is really making me not squirrely, like that brings us more joy than anything in the whole entire world. So thank you. And also, I know this is new language, you guys, but as this grows on you, it will really continue to be something great for you. Remember to offer people, hey, I understand that. Just so you know, we do have a way to get the product for free. If that's something that you're open to, I'd love to share with you how you can do that. Okay. I know it's new. I know we're really like diving into this 3 and free, and it's going to take time for us to adopt it, but just keep that in your back pocket too, because it is true, right? Like, what is it worth to you to have your health? Also, my ultimate goal is to help you get it for free if that would be helpful. That tells you too, when somebody says it's expensive, yes, they don't value it. They also need the extra income. So I know, James, we got to jump off of here, but I wanted to say that.
Can I add this really quick? I left the
Yeah.
most important part out. She did come back this yesterday and say, okay, I'm interested in drops. I want the drops. And what do I got?
Yes.
Yeah.
I gave her the link last night and she's went through it to order. So I forgot that part.
Yay.
Happy
So
ending.
good.
Awesome. So good, everybody. Hey, well, that'll conclude this IPA call. Quick thing on 3 and free. Just saw Erica. D'Amico just got it. Congrats. She's here on the live Zoom as well too. So keep on letting us know once you do these. So remember, we're driving towards Destin. If you think this is good, Destin's 100 times better. Like, and I think the best part is, don't we all just want to have a big group hug? Does anyone here just want to hug?
Yes.
You know, it's like the one thing you cannot do through Zoom. So come with us. Get your ticket. What's holding it up? Like, please come with us. But let us know. We'd love to celebrate you, put you in our messenger chats and everything. Reminder, tomorrow, tune back in. We're going to have an amazing interview with Chris and Joni. Talk about money. It's going to be a great one. We have our BOC in just a bit if you want to do your personal development check as well too. And on that, let me pray us out. And by the way, if you want to be a prayer, let me know. It's not just meant for me to do it. So let me know. We have prayer warriors in this team. So
Before you pray, sorry, real quick,
don't
forget, guys, go into your groups between today and Monday and do your post. Okay. Be like Jane, do a post that's outside of weight loss. Okay. Thank you, James.
Yes, absolutely. And tomorrow is the same passcode as today for sure. Hey, but dear Father God, we're just so thankful. We just see your hand in everything. I see people's health getting free. I see people's wealth getting unlocked. I see their destiny and just who they are getting unlocked as we're coming together. So just continue to just guide and provide. We know that wherever that you have a vision, you have a provision for that. So just remind those, especially those that are still going through some tough, troubling times right now, that you are there and they're closest to the brokenhearted, and you turn tears of sorrow into joy and into redemption, into success. So just thank you for every single thing that's already happened here in this short time together. We know that your hand is upon every single one of us, and we already declare and we receive the victory that you've already paid for us. We thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And guys, we love you.
And love you guys.
Amen.
Have a
Amen.
great
Great
day.
job.
Amen.
Thank you
God
so much,
bless.
guys. Amen.
Bye,
Love
guys.
you all.
Great
Bye-bye.
call. Bye, you guys.